Loveland Magazine TV videos are brought to you by the generous support of MoveToLoveland.com.
That's your study.
Fellow explorers, please come and see the One Bucket Puppets. We are on at 11 o'clock this afternoon and at 1 p.m. on Sunday here at... Oh, there's a frog! Quick, get it! Ah! Cowbell. Use more cowbell.
Hey, do you know any frog jokes?
They all croak.
Do you know any frog jokes?
If I did, I'd hop to it.
So you're selling silly frogs.
Yes.
What's the silliest thing you've ever seen a frog do?
I saw a frog try to jump into like a potted plant and like missed and his leg got caught and he fell backwards and landed on his back. He was okay though.
So I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
You're what's up? What's a monsterologist?
Monsterologist is a person who studies monsters.
And your expertise comes from?
Studying monsters since I was a kid.
What do you know about the Loveland frog?
So the Loveland Frogman is, I believe it's in the 70s or the 60s, but it was a creature that was spotted by somebody who saw these three humanoid frog-like creatures crossing in front of their car, going over to the river side of the road in Loveland, Ohio, and supposedly one of the creatures held up a wand over its head, and sparks shot out, and the creatures disappeared. So,
say hello to my little friend.
Hello.
Found a prince. No. Gotta kiss a lot of frogs before you find your prince. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
The Loveland Frogman.
This is actually from my coloring book. It's the different cryptids in like monsters and maidens kind of concept.
Okay. Does it represent the Loveland frog?
Yeah, this is the Loveland Frogman.
So, has the Loveland Frogman ever harmed a child?
No.
Or another creature?
No. Not that we know of.
Not possible?
Doesn't feel like it. We don't believe so.
You've got Frogman.
Yeah.
Do we know that it was a man, male or female?
It could have been a frog woman. We don't know. We're making assumptions about his gender.
Yeah. Do you know about it? Did the frog woman, man, did they ever have offspring?
Well, there were multiple of them, so we don't know. Maybe they were brothers and sisters, or maybe they were kids. We don't know.
I had never thought about brother and sister. But I'm kind of curious about the offspring now, too,
Yeah.
because there should be.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Pittsburgh. So, yeah, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Well, sorry about that.
I know. I hear you. I understand.
Is it Squonk? Is that how you pronounce it?
Squonk, yes.
Squonk. Does Squonk ever cheer up?
Not really. Well, in the book he does. In the end, a little bit. After, getting a nice dog man to teach him that he is beautiful and special just the way he is.
Okay. I've heard of the dog man.
Yeah, the dog man I used as my secondary character in the book because it's regional. That makes sense. And also because dog man is thought of as big and scary. So I wanted a kind, soft dog man.
Do you know any frog jokes?
Kind of. So I crochet, and in the crocheting world, when we have to pull out the stitching, we call it frogging. Why? Because you rip it.
So you're here today at the Frogman Festival selling Bigfoot search clothing.
A brand, yeah. Cryptids in general, whether it be Loveland, Frogman, or Bigfoot, or Mothman even. We have Mothman stuff as well.
So for local people continuously on the search for the Frogman or Frogwoman, would they need any of this search equipment, search gear?
It's yes, definitely.
So if local people on the lookout searching for the loved Frogman or woman, do they need special gear to do that search?
Well, I think this would be the perfect gear because you would blend into the environment. And I believe Frogman would like to see himself, so maybe he'll follow you if you wear this shirt while you're hunting for Frogman.
You designed this shirt, you're the artist, so obviously it's so realistic, and it's a child frog, so you must have met the child frog. Can you tell me about that meeting?
Well, of course. He's got his fancy little wand here. Of course. He had to start out very small if you couldn't tell. Frogman is alive and well. You're never going to be able to tell. He's just a little guy.
So I want to make sure I get this clear.
Yeah.
This is a Frogman. This is a Frogman when he was a child. Yeah. Not the child of the Frogman.
Oh, yeah, I guess that works too. I didn't really think about that. I mean, maybe they have babies, who knows? Little tadpoles, if you will.
So you don't know if there are, because we think of, most people say Frogman, but actually Loveland magazine doesn't know yet whether it's female or male.
That's true.
But we think they had offspring. There's a real good chance of that. And they're somewhere around still. Do you know anything about that?
I don't know. I always thought Frogman was always like a very ambiguous character, because don't they have like frogs that can like reproduce without being male and or female? That's what I always thought of. I'm just like, maybe they could just make their own little babies and there's just 100 little baby frogmans or something running around. So that's how I always viewed it as, though.
Okay, and you had a pretty definitive yes to that question.
So there are species of frogs that do reproduce asexually, so it's very important.
So for people on the hunt for the Loveland Frogman or Frogwoman, how would they know? Is there some physical characteristic?
I don't believe so. I maybe the spots are a different color. Maybe it blushes just like child Frogman blushes. And it's a female, you never know.
Maybe it's a poison dart frog somewhere.
It could be a poison dart frog hiding in Loveland, Ohio.
That's frightening.
Yeah, that would be a little scarier than like a giant
I don't think we've had any bodies, but okay. And you had a follow-up. You had a question.
So I had a follow-up question. So Loveland, we have the Valentine's ladies, and we have the nice statue of the heart of Loveland, and we have our bike trail. Why don't we have a statue dedicated to Frogman? Because the legend has been there longer, I think, than the Valentine's ladies have, and we don't have one. So I think it's important that we get one in Loveland.
And you're a Loveland resident.
I am a Loveland resident.
And where do you think it should be?
It's got to be along the bike trail, because you have the Bigfoot at that rental house on the bike trail. So I think we should put it somewhere in Loveland, but on the bike trail. It could be it. I don't know. It's got to be near the river. That's the important thing.
So you've created the Frogman bundle. You're selling the Frogman bundle.
Yes.
So there's like a herd of cattle, a flock of geese. So is it?
Yes, it's a bundle of Frogmen. So in the Frogman bundle, it has the tote bag, the plushie with the wand. It's got an acrylic pin, a cup with a straw and lid that's reusable, a recipe card, a holographic sticker. So it's a big bundle of different Frogman swag.
So if I was talking about frog person, children, we just call them a bundle.
A bundle of frogs.
Loveland Magazine TV videos are brought to you by the generous support of MoveToLoveland.com.